Hello, my name is Ewan, and today we're going to teach you how to make the Outdoor Boys' famous fresh bread. Hello guys, and welcome to another video from the Fat Campers. And today we are in Blengdale Forest, where we've got to cross a river, but I haven't quite found a place where we can cross yet. So I'm walking down this road, just trying to find a place to cross safely. Yeah, it's just a big drop off there. We need a spot to get down. Right then, so unfortunately we can't cross that river, so we've drove further up the hill, and we're going to take this path here. So we're just going to take that path and see where we come out. It might come out at a waterfall, you never know. So we'll take the risk and we'll go here. Right, catch us when we're there. What a hidden gem this is. A rope swing coming off that tree there. Don't know if that branch will hold me, but we'll try it. It's like a little walking path going straight through and up there. So we're just going to come off the path. Midges everywhere. Yeah, we'll camp somewhere around here. Now that looks like a perfect spot. Ooh, something's living in there. Right then guys, here is our spot. Gonna go from that tree there to that tree there. I brought me extra straps. I'd set one strap to strap around that tree, I think. But we'll try go for it. If not, there's plenty of other places to go. I think it's 28 degrees now. 28 degrees. I've still brought my big sleeping bag, but I'm not going to use my tarp tonight. I'm just going to use my hammock. I'm not going to set my hammock up yet because the footpath is just over there, about 100 yards. So I'm just going to sit here in my little shitty chair that I got from for Loch Lomond, and just take it all in, chill out for a little bit. I've only brought 4 beers today, try to be good, so we'll make them last. And we've got a surprise for you today, and this is an Outdoor Boys / Luke Nichols special. What we've got in store for you. Yesterday I made up some bread dough, so we've got bread dough for tonight, where we're going to make burgers. So we're going to make our own buns, and I have brought honey and butter, so we're going to have his world famous honey butter. What we also might do is we might go for a little dip in the pool. I think there's a little pool down there, and there is a rope swing that I saw when I came in, so we'll have a go at that. But the branch looks a little bit too thin for my weight. Right, anyway, we'll get set up and we'll catch us in a bit. Right, we're going to go on a little adventure, see what we can find. Camp's just here. We're also going to see if we can find a better camp, because my strap is I don't even know if I get one strap around that tree, and I've only brought 4 for my hammock, so I might have to find a better spot to camp. Well, there's plenty of spots just here, but as we're moving further forward here, we're getting closer to the path. So we'll just follow the river up a little bit. Ooh, nearly. Looks a bit barren there, so I think we are probably in the best spot to camp. It was only, I don't know, probably about a 1.5 mile hike into the forest, all downhill, so I'm not looking forward to the morning. But what we have found here, we have found a rope swing. So I may die, but I'm going to have a go. Attached to that branch there, which I don't think will be strong enough to hold me. There she is. Alright, we'll give it a go. Looks like this is snapped multiple times. I may see you again, may not. Right, let's give it a test first. That looks like it's going to go. Yeah, I'm not going to try this. I think that's strong enough to hold me. We may well snap the tree, but let's go for it. Ow! Just smashed my ass on this tree here. Let's see how far we can get. This is as far as I can get the swing. Let's go. I love this. Belting. Right. Well, we made it out alive. I'm not going to lie, it was a bit risky that, because I could have just died. A man who's just short of 100 kilos swinging from a little branch like that. There we go, we're alive. We're going to carry on our adventure, not that way though, because that is where the steep hill I came down. So we've not really found much more that's interested in our adventure. We've just come and sat on this this little bench here. The time is 4:30, so we've been here about an hour now. So we've actually been here about 2 hours, but I've been looking at a camp for the first hour. Still not set up my hammock yet, because this is a public footpath and we're about 100 yards away from it. And then we've got our bread baking and everything. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a Dutch oven. Is it a Dutch oven? Pretty sure Outdoor Boys calls it a Dutch oven. Basically just a stone oven, just to bake our buns in. So we'll see how that goes.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things
Could that
are
have
falling
landed
right.
any more perfectly? So we've got 2 straps around there. That is holding on by a thread. That is holding on by a thread. That one's holding on by a thread as well. Literally, it couldn't be more perfect for what we need. So we're camping where we want, which means we can now start the Dutch oven. Got there eventually, but there is our oven. Bread will just go in there and cover that over with a stone. So that is what we're going to cook our buns in. So there's that built. Hammock's all set up. So I'm just going to chill out. I might crack a beer. I need to wash my hands first. Jesus. I'll go down and wash my hands. I'm just going to sit in my chair with a beer. There is midges absolutely everywhere. That's the only problem, camping by water. But I've got my bug spray, which is just on top of my bag there. And they don't seem to be landing on me much. But I've been bitten a few times. Right, so the time is 6 o'clock. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some firewood prepped, ready for our fire. Most of our firewood is here. That's all been fallen down. Haven't seen many dead trees, so we might not be able to cut anything down, which means we won't have any big logs. But I'm going to get chopping up bits of this, splitting it into good pieces, and then we'll get the fire off. Right then, we've got our fire pit set up here, our oven there that is about to fall down. Today we've got these little fire starters. I'm just going to place in there, and then I forgot the ferro rod, which would have been easy to light a fire, but I've got this little box of matches. Pull a match out of that. Like that. And that's up in flames. And then they were big matches, but I've had to cut them down to fit them in the box. So I'll just place these over. And then got all this small kindling stuff that I just snapped off small branches. And we've got some of the bigger stuff. There we go, we have fire. The aim of starting this fire is so we can get a good bed of coals, and then once we have a good bed of coals and we're ready for tea, we'll take this rock out here, shove the coals into the oven, and then we'll cook our bread right on top of that. Cover it over, get a nice even cook on the bread. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep feeding this with wood to make sure we get some coals built up. Then we'll bring you back. Now then, if you do have midges, I've got a tip for you. So, all of this green stuff, snap some bits off. Just come off like that. It's all this green stuff. Then, you put it on the fire like that, and then look at that smoke. And midges don't like smoke, so that is how you get rid of them. So there'll be no midges around here while it's smoking like that. There you go. One thing I do have is this. It's just like a microscopic, comes out to that big, and then if the fire wants making bigger, blow through it. And there we go. That was, got that off Temu. I think it's about £1.50. So if you're into your wild camping and forests and setting fires, that is a necessity. So we're just letting these last few bits of wood burn down, and then we're going to put all these coals in our oven, and then we're going to get some bread on. Right. So here we've got our bread, and just like Luke from the Outdoor Boys, what's in this is I've put 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of yeast, 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, and a pinch of salt, and then just mixed it up, kneaded it, put it in the fridge. I did all this yesterday. So we're going to make a bun. So we just took probably about 1/3 of it there, and then we're just going to make it into a ball. Clean that rock off. Say clean that rock off, shit all over it. Flatten the bottom out. And that is one ball. I won't pick the bits out of it. That's one ball. So that's going to be one of our buns for one of our burgers. Get the coals into there. And right back. Our buns that are going in the Now I've never done this before, so I'm going to see how it goes. And then we'll just put that rock over there, and then this rock stick on there. And then we'll wait and see that when it's cooked. while our bread's baking in there, we're going to get the burgers on. Now I have made a new purchase. This pan here, also off Temu. I think this is about £5–6. Just a normal pan, circular, and then that comes out as a handle. So we'll get the burgers in here and we'll get cooking. Into the pan, got this little thing of, I think this is vegetable oil actually. We'll splash some of that in there, plenty enough. And then we'll just let that warm through a little bit. And then we've got Tesco's finest caramelised onion burgers. Caramelised onion burgers. Right, put one in. Put two in. And then I've got this new salt and pepper shaker. They're peppercorns, so they won't actually come out. But we'll get some salt on there. We'll get some chili flakes. And we've got some paprika as well. Let's stick a little bit of that on there. And then we'll get a few peppercorns out. Just crush that up in our hand, like so. And just with the back of the knife, and sprinkle them on. Sausages on as well. We've got burgers, just keeping warm in there. Sausages and bread in the oven, which is still nowhere near done. But we'll keep persisting. On the bottom of our bun, we will put a little helping of that sauce. That is Nando's Perinese. On top of the burgers, we will stick a cheese disc. This is spicy Mexicana cheese. Then we will put our lettuce. Just cut that down there. And there, like that. Then we'll just wait for that cheese to melt a little bit. Get that on top. So we've got our bottom bun. That sausage is a bit black, but it'll taste nice. Leave that off for a second. Right under that burger. Put it on there. For the top bun, we've got some sweet chilli sauce. And that goes on there like that. Squeeze that in. I have burnt that top bun a little bit. But look at that. How's that for food in the forest? Right, taste test on the old burger. So we've got fresh bread, lettuce, my burger, some sausages, some spicy cheese, all inside this homemade bun. Right. Oh, now that is good. That warm bread absolutely makes it. It's a bit messy, so I'll have to wash my hands in the river after it, but that is gorgeous. Right, I'm gonna get eating this and I'll bring you back. Right, so I've just been down to wash the dishes. Look at that, shining. The tip for washing dishes after you're done with them, literally, if you're in a forest and it's got a mossy floor, which most times will, you just use that. Just the moss off the floor, and it acts as almost like a scourer sponge sort of thing. So I just took that out of the water, scrubbed it with that. Job's a good one. Right then guys, so the time is about 10 to 10 and I'm about ready for bed. I was up early this morning. I'm on my third can, about halfway through it. For tea, out my tea, I've still got pretty much a full burger left. So I'm just gonna have the last of this third can, have me last one, and then I think I'm gonna get into bed for an early night, up early in the morning. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right then guys, now bang on 11 o'clock. Near enough pitch black out here, so I'm going to get myself off to bed. So I'll catch you in the morning. Good morning guys. The time is just gone 4 o'clock in the morning. I've had absolute terrible night's sleep. That river behind us, it's just constantly flowing, but it's fast flowing and it's really loud. So if I was going to camp here again, I'd probably camp a bit further that way, just so I'm not kept awake by the river. So this morning we're going to get packed away, we're going to get the fire going, and we're going to get some fresh bread with honey butter, which is the outdoor boys' favourite meal. There you go. Once we've had that, we'll then just pack all our stuff away and head out, and then I'll be home for about 7 o'clock. It's the earliest I would have been home camping, but yeah, we'll get this bread on the go. My tin, which is still a little bit dirty, and I've got my dough. A little bit of that off, around a bit, and flatten it out. Like so. And just place it in there. Then we'll come over to the fire and we'll just stick it on there like that, and then we'll just let that cook away. So we've got the bread on the fire. We're probably going to do around a minute on each side. Don't want it to burn on that side, so we're going to flip it over. Yeah, a little bit charred, but it's okay. And then while that's cooking in there, got our other pot here. What we're going to do is we're going to stick that on these coals behind it, and then we've got our butter. Let's stick that into the pan. Right, so the butter's on the melt, and then we've got some hot honey. So into that butter, put some honey. Don't want it burning. Right then, let's do a taste test on our fresh bread with honey butter. There's our bread. So, see how she is. Oh, beautiful, look at that. Then, our honey butter. Oh wow. I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually make this. That is unbelievable. I don't think you can beat fresh bread on a campfire. That's unbelievable. Right, I'm gonna get tucked into a few of these. Still got all this dough left. It's a big hike all the way up this hill, about 1.5 miles. So we're gonna need our carbs in us. That one's going to be the best yet. So I'll bring you back once I've got a few of these in me, and then we'll pack up and we'll set off.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, had to reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong.
Right, that is another one down for the fat campers. I think that's video number 6, 7 in terms of wild camping, 6 or 7. As always, leave no trace. Wouldn't be able to tell anybody's been here. So I'm now going to head all the way back uphill, back to the car. If you want more content like this, then please like, subscribe, and share the video, as well as comment any comments you have at all. I'll be happy to answer any of them. So yeah, this has been the Fat Campers, signing out for another day. Catch us later.